Hi, this is Nemesis with another review. This is Titan's Return Deluxe Class Perceptor from Wave 4. Yeah, this is just starting to show up on like Walgreens in the US and was in like Taiwan and the Philippines and whatnot earlier. So yeah, he's just starting to hit some stores, so you might start be able to find him pretty soon if you haven't already. Uh, yeah, it's an updated version of Perceptor. I mean, I'm starting in robot mode because of how he transforms, so I had to do it this way. So bear with me for this. Yeah, it looks like Perceptor. I mean, I had a G1 Perceptor, but he's long gone, unfortunately. So that's just still get. But yeah, he looks a lot like Perceptor. I mean, just the reds and silvers and whatnot. It looks good, in my opinion. Yeah, he's got the Titan Master gun thing, which Titan Master can fit in there. You can pay. The gun also got a bipod, which is interesting. Yep, his articulation. This cannon can move up and down, side to side a little bit. You can get out of the way entirely because of the way it folds. You can get it out of the way. The head is a typical Titan's return head, so up, back and forward. I mean left and right, up and down a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. Arms are on ball joints, so lots of motion there. You got a bicep swivel. Elbows go about 90 degrees. Fists do not rotate at all. No waist articulation, thanks to some extra joints, which I'm not sure were actually necessary. Oddly enough. Thighs or hips, you can go forward and back. Pretty good. All the way forward, almost all the way. Oh, all the way back, almost all the way forward. Outwards, there's a soft detent there, so it's pretty good. You'll notice that the legs moving a little weird just because of how it transforms. Thigh, there is a thigh swivel though. Right there. Knees, very deep knee curl. Kind of looks a little weird, but I think that's the one drawback of this guy is just his knee. When you start bending it way too far, it goes, oh gosh, oh geez, yeah. So, if you really care about that, I would be careful. Don't bend the knee too far. Foot can do that. That's about it. It can be helpful, but not very. But yeah, it's Perceptor, so he looks pretty good. But to go from robot to, I guess, microscope. First off, pull the Titan Master off. We leave that aside. Take his gun out of his hand, and then first step is take the microscope and slide it along this rail to the center. And you want to kind of put it right here for now. Just kind of, it's kind of a weird little mode, I think. And then you take this whole upper assembly and just kind of pull it up. That. You take the fists, rotate them in. By the way, they do click into place when you're in robot mode. They don't click into place the other way. Make sure to straighten them out, and then rotate them up, and then fold them inward into the chest cavity. It can kind of get caught on the outer edges, so just be careful of that. And then down here, you take the hips and just kind of rotate them out. You rotate the thighs this way. Make sure to do this way. Move the feet down, and then rotate this thing that I was talking about earlier. This thing, you rotate that part so it goes forward. And then you take this tab right here, and it goes plugs into that slot. It's not the best connection, but it's decent. And then from there, you want to take this little silver piece right here with the Autobot symbol. There's a little tab on it so you can kind of get your fingers on it. Move that down, and then take the whole chest right here and move it. There's multiple hinges there. You want to take this little hinge right here, smaller hinge, and make sure not the whole thing, just enough to get that down like this. And then position the microscope, and boom, you've got microscope mode. Yep. And Titan Master, of course, just unfolds, and yeah, it's just solid red and black. I mean, a lot of details kind of probably will be lost. It's okay looking, I guess. And according to the instructions, you just kind of lay them down here. And the weapon doesn't really go anywhere per se. I mean, there's a hole in the back. I guess you could just put it right there, whatever. Microscope, actually, you can turn this dial and it extends out. It technically works, but yeah, I mean, oh hey, cool. I mean, it kind of works, but not particularly well. Everything's going to be blurry when you look through it, but it's technically a working microscope. Anyway, this guy actually has a third mode. It's not in the instructions, and it's there might be some guesswork, but basically it's, you take this microscope, and see there's a little slot right here on the very end, and right there, see that? And it goes, and there's a little tab right here. What you do is you kind of tab it out into that slot, and then you want to unpeg the legs from the arms, move the feet up, and then this green thing right here, you kind of want to get a good grip on it and rotate it out straight, and then put the feet back down. Same on this side. Then you take this whole like thigh assembly and rotate it the other way. See, on the other side of the legs, there's a different tab. This one's at an angle. You want to tab that into the arm. It's going to be at a slight angle. And then take this thing and this little silver thing right here and move it up. And this, I don't know exactly know. It's supposed to be back like this. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, this whole thing moves out. I'm not sure if you're supposed to move this whole thing out or what. So there's that. And then this can kind of go just on top of the barrel. I guess this is kind of a pseudo tank mode thing. And the Titan Master is supposed to be able to just kind of go in right here. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it works. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, it does not tab in very well at all. I mean, it's okay, and it will kind of stay, but it's not the greatest slot. It's not the greatest. I'm guessing like this part. There's no instructions, so this is what I was working off a picture. So yeah, it's a kind of tank mode. I mean, there's treads there, tread details right there. There are wheels. They don't roll very well, but they're there. There's 3, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. This is pretty loose. You could put it here. You could peg it to the side like this. So you kind of got an offset turret thing. I like it kind of prefer it off to the side, I think. But yeah, it's a tank thing. It looks pretty good. It's a little weird, but it's kind of cool in this way that they put a extra like secret third mode. I like it. It works. I don't know how this back end is supposed to be exactly how it's supposed to be done, but yeah, let's see, that falls right off. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty neat. And yeah, the tabs aren't the greatest at holding the whole thing together. It might just be I'm supposed to have it like this. I'm not 100% certain on that. I think actually, yeah, this might be how it's supposed to. Oh, yeah, I think. Yeah, it's probably how it's supposed to be is right here. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. I thought that might be. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I guess play with it a little bit if you want. Do what you want. But yeah, 3 modes, I guess. Just one of them is a secret. Shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah, this is Perceptor. And pretty good. Just the only problem, of course, yeah, this guy doesn't really like to tab in very much, except on those pegs. So, yeah, he's actually a pretty good one. I actually think this whole wave is actually pretty good, and Perceptor is a good choice if you will like it.